Hey guys, this is Daniel with PwnCNC, and I'm here to announce a couple of really cool things. I'm excited. So, about a month or two ago, I designed brand new nut plates. These will be replacing the 3D printed with the embedded nuts. And here, let me remove my current one. And let me puff that nut plate out. There we go. So the old nut plate was basically 3D printed with an embedded nut. That gave it roughly 3 millimeters of threading deep, immediately behind the track. So the track slides right on here. Surface of the track is right here on the big part, on this bigger part here. And of course the nut can't go any further than that because the nut is bigger than the inside of the track. However, I scaled it down and shrank it. So it is much smaller. However, the threading goes all the way into the track, which gives nearly 7 millimeters of the screw. So this gives nearly 7 millimeters of threading versus the 3 millimeters way back here at the tip of the thumb screw in order to engage that nut. So we're gonna out with the old and in with the new. So this will provide us a lot better access or strength or holding of the thumb screw onto the track. But I also went a step further and redesigned the thumb part, which it now has 4 little angles instead of the older multi-design, the star design there. So this 4 pieces here make it much smoother and nicer for people with bigger hands and bigger fingers in order to get a good grip on it and to get some good twisting action on it, even without some good gripping strength. So another piece that I designed specifically for this nut plate is something called a plate catch. So this little guy slides right into a couple of the holes on the plate. We screw it in, which tightens it into place, and essentially it provides a rear track to the front track and grabs a hold of the nut plate and holds it in position. So for a limited number of them, people who upgrade to the new thumb screws and the plates, I will give you a free set of plate catches for your aluminum tracks. So let's get started with installing them, and this will be fun. So in your acrylic bag, whenever you bought your kit, you will have a hex wrench, and with the plate catches, there is a left one and a right one because they are oriented. There will be 2 of these button. Okay, I lost it. Guess I'll have to find it in a minute. But you'll have 4 new button screws which will be used to install these plate catches. So these plate catches come in from behind and slide right into the track. Now, it is a little bit annoying that you do have to take off your track. Let me grab a tool. All right, let's see, I think that was a 3 millimeter. But once it's installed, your plate, we can actually install the plate and the catch. We can install it all kind of at the same time. So let's remove your track here. And we're going to take the track, and of course the holes are right there on the outside of the carriage. We're going to take the left one, since we're on the left side, and there's 2 holes and then a big long piece here. The long piece, the 2 holes go into the second and third holes from the bottom, not the bottom. Several of my carriages for the X-Carve and that sort of thing utilize that bottom screw, so I had to avoid that whenever I designed this plate catch, but not to worry, that little extra piece will help hold it in place. So let's install this. Oh, while we're doing this, you just stick your button head screws in and you just screw them down. Be sure to do it by hand. This is kind of a pressure, you're screwing into plastic, of course, but there's kind of a pressure thing. So you kind of got to pinch the plate and the catch together, and then just kind of twist it in until it stops. Essentially, due to the way this connects, there's no threading in this plastic, so it's easy to strip that, so go really slow. But it creates a pressure against the aluminum to hold it in place, along with the head of the screw. You know, the screw is bigger than the hole, so. Once you get both of the screws in, I'll show you the cool part. So the way this little catch works is you have your nut plate, drop it into place, and down it goes. It will not come out. Of course, if you turn it upside down, you can pop it out. But the idea is once you get your plate installed, or your catch installed, insert your plate. Now your plate is ready there and ready to be received by your thumb screw. So what we're going to do is go ahead and reinstall the track. Make sure it's lined up straight and all that. There you go. See, now your nut plate is in there, your plate catch is on, and that thing's not going anywhere. Now you can take your support arm, your new thumb screw, slide that in, and you'll notice that even before I start screwing it in, I've already hit threads. And there's nearly 7 millimeters, maybe it's 6 millimeters or so, between the support arm and the back of the thumb screw, which is perfect because that means all of that is threading. And if I try to pull the plate off, I can get almost a half dozen turns, maybe a little more, before it finally lets go of the nut plate. Now, of course, you can use your plate as is. That plate catch is basically there just to grab a hold. This is a good thing, by the way. There we go. Grabs a hold of that plate and you can walk away. Let the machine cut. That thing is high enough where it will not fall out. There's no amount of angling you can do on that to get that to pop out. You have to literally bring it up nearly 2 inches in order to get it out of the track, which is perfect. Kind of solves many things that many people have been telling me about. So there we go. New thumb screws, new nut plates here, and plate catches. I'm going to install the other one and enjoy my new upgrade. Hope you guys like it. Be sure to like or subscribe. Yeah, all that jazz. And yeah, I'll have links to these upgrades. Yeah, happy making.